The Wife of Bath Prologue, as told by Karen Officer. There are not enough people in this world that could change my views of marriage being bad. Since the age of 12, I've had 5 husbands. If I look at Jesus' life, I see that he has only intended one wedding in Cana, Galilee. That story would have made me think that I should only be married once. However, when he visited a Samaritan woman, Jesus spoke of her 5 husbands. But the current one she had was not. So, which is it? How many times does the Bible say that she should be able to be married? If we look at King Solomon's life, he had many wives, not just one. What a gift each of them was. He was very happy and alive because of this. I am incredibly blessed to have been married 5 times. I picked them because they were rich and attractive. When the time is right, I will be happy for husband number 6 to come along. I do not wish to wait long after a husband has passed, for even an apostle says that I would be free to do so. It is not sinful to get married. The Bible says that if I burn with great desire, then I should be married. Even holy men such as Abraham and Jacob had more than 2 wives. God does not forbid someone to be married. If he did, where does it say for a woman to stay a virgin? Paul may have advised a woman to be pure, but didn't command it. I believe it's left to our judgment. Suppose God intended a woman to be a virgin, then marriage would be condemned. There is no prize for being a virgin. We shall see which is better. Paul was a virgin and advised others to be like him. He believed it was better to be a virgin than to give in to sex outside of marriage. Jesus said to live perfect lives and to sell all that one has. But for me, that is not the case. I enjoy letting my husband enjoy my youthfulness and the sexual pleasure I give him as their wife. But then, were the man's reproductive organs given to him so wonderfully made for, if that was not the case? Both women and men were both made so differently. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everyone with such organs should do whatever, unless not being sexual is considered worthless. However, Christ himself lived as a virgin. I do not judge them for their virginity. They are like the kind of bread that was made of the best type of grain. Wives, on the other hand, may be called barley bread. I will most definitely see and use the tool that the Lord has given me well. May I be miserable if I do not use it. My husband will be able to enjoy my tool all day. He will be able to take care of my own needs that I have. I must have a husband, and I will not give that up. I will make him my slave, and he will fulfill my needs. As his wife, I will have control over his body as long as he lives. The partner interrupted her and said, "Oh my God, and St. John as a nobleman. If I were to marry, I would not want to be in her debt or controlled by her. Therefore, this year I will not be married." The wife of Bath said, "I will tell you of the troubles between a woman and man. So listen, I will tell you good stories, for I'm an expert." The partner said, "Then teach us." And the wife of Bath has said, "I will then. So I shall tell you of my tale then. If I were to drink, I would tell the truth of my 3 rich and old husbands. But 2 of them were bad. I made them work hard. I did not value them as much as I should have, for they did love me well. However, I did not love them well. But I had them at the palm of my hand, and they gave me a lot of their land. I valued their money. You say that women who yell run men out of the home. Some say that men never test their spouses until they are married. But both show their terrible behaviors until they are married. Tell me how beautiful I am all day long. Give me riches, honor my family, or me. I will be displeased, and you will be a liar. Jenkins, our apprentice, who has beautifully curly hair. I will make you suspicious of me. I would not want him, not even tomorrow. But know this, that your property belongs to me. I am not an idiot like other women. You can be mad all you want. The one who is over my body, you cannot spy or control me. It would be better for you to say, do whatever you want, for I trust you, and I will not believe what lies other people tell me. Sir Rascal, your life may it be shortened by God. How dare you say I'm a hateful and poor wife? He was telling me how a wife ruins her husband. It may be true of wives that are controlled. But then please understand that I blame my late husband of saying such terrible things because he was simply drunk. However, I did give them pain. I complained a lot. They believed that I loved them so, even though I kept a close eye on their women. I was the best. There was bickering, and I would punish them in bed because I would hold out on them by denying them pleasure. Now, husband number 4 had a lover. I was so young, strong, happy, and passionate, I could sing and dance. He killed his spouse for drinking sweet wine. Perhaps I was his wife at the time. He could not stop me from drinking and creating a lustful time. I may have been quite youthful at one point, but that all began to fade with time. What a pity. I paid my fourth husband by entertaining others. I put him through hell with jealousy, and honestly, I enjoyed it. When I came back from Jerusalem, he died, but I do wish rest and peace in his grave. Now I will tell you about my 5th husband, whom I do not wish hell on. He was the worst one, for he may have been energetic in bed, but he beat me all over, causing great pain. I swear I loved him most of all. I wanted him not for his riches, but his love. At one point, he was an Oxford clerk, and I stayed with a friend, Allison. She held my secrets better than a priest. I would tell her and my beloved niece the things that my husband has done. He happened to feel ashamed and mad, even if he took the blame. While my husband was gone, I would take walks around Lent. I played and I got dressed up, and I went to hear all kinds of sermons, plays, and weddings. I even have heard of tales by my friend Jenkins and Allison. I flirted with Jenkins and said if I ended up a widow that he would marry me. Not to boast, of course, but I did the best I could in all things, including marriage. I would dream of my husband killing me, with blood everywhere. I still wish that he would do good things for me. Oh man, what was it I was talking about? Ah, yes. My 4th husband, as he died, I mourned with a handkerchief in my hand. I did not cry much, even though there was people mourning in the church over my husband. I see Jenkins was fine, and Lord have mercy, he had my heart at that moment. I was about 40 at the time, and he was 20. I do like them energetic, and always have. As God is my witness, I could never discriminate, but only satisfying my hunger. I was so excited that Jenkins married me. I even gave him all the land that I had. But one day, he hit me on the ear to the point I went deaf because I took a page out of his book. He read all the time. I would give him a piece of my mind with my tongue. He reminded me of the stories in the Bible of how the husband left his wife. He told me about terrible behavior and that he would not leave me. I wanted him dead. Reading of wicked wives, I believe that if a woman authored the story, the men would be wicked and would not keep their vow. Some caused their husbands to kill themselves. The wives even killed their husbands. What a terrible book he read. That is why I did it. I hit him so hard on the cheek that you fell in the fire. Then he hit me on the head. I laid as if I died. I accused him of wanting my land. But before I die, I want you to kiss me. He got on his knee and then told me that it was my fault for what happened. He begged for forgiveness, but I hit him again. I will avenge you, thief. I am close to being dead and cannot talk. We finally agreed upon that he gave me all control of him, his body, and the home in which we lived. I took that awful book and burned it. You are my one and only. Are you happy now with how things are? I stayed true. With God's help, we both were kind. May God bless him. If you are ready to hear, I will now tell you of my tale.